Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Honey Jam Pod.
Woo.
We are your hosts, Jessica.
And Janice.
And we have a very special guest today, Janice. Is
Yes.
this... I don't...
It's my first time actually hanging out with our special guest.
Oh.
And I've been looking forward to it because she is one of Jessica's very close unnis. And like you guys didn't know each other for too long, but I feel like you guys were able to connect through the kids and like living in the same community.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm really excited to get to know her more as well. So without further ado, Joann Park. Welcome, Joann.
Thank you.
And Joann, do you listen to Honey Jam?
I do. I'm not caught up on the last episode from last week, but other than that, I've listened. I watch every single one on YouTube.
She is an avid listener, actually.
Yeah.
And I think I mentioned her a couple times, but she is always the one who's making fun of us for our mispronunciations. And she also is very vocal about how I misuse the idioms. I think the recent one, I said something like, I forgot.
Something about the whole 9 yards, but she didn't use it right though.
She's like, Jess, you didn't use it right. I was like, oh, really?
But now that I'm talking into here, I could see how you'll stumble your words a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I will say, it seems like out of all of our guests, Joann is the most laid back.
Yes.
Like not very nervous.
I feel a little confused about why I'm here. I literally put Corey down in the crib and just walked over. So I kind of don't know what's happening right now.
And Corey's your daughter.
Yes, Corey is my daughter.
Very cute daughter.
Thank you.
We texted her like from a few weeks back saying, hey, Joann, we really want you to be our guest.
Yeah.
Are you down? And she literally said no.
Every time I said no or I just stopped responding.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, Joann, I'll come next week. Please come by 8:30. We'll see you there.
And she just put like a hiding emoji or like an embarrassed emoji. She never confirmed. Yet we are here.
But I walked over.
Yet she walked over with some snacks.
Yeah.
And she's ready to sudatoro. She's ready to talk with us.
Yeah. Thank you for coming,
Seriously,
Joann.
Thanks
Even
for
though
having
it's
me.
out of your own will.
Yeah.
Yes.
We literally forced her, but we're very excited. I think Joann, like, let's talk about first impressions a little bit. What do you think?
Yeah.
Right? Because you knew Joann even before I knew her and Andrew, right?
Yeah. Joann went to church with David.
Yeah.
Way back in the day. So I met her before, she had her daughter.
Yeah.
And my first impression of Joann was just like very pretty unni.
Yes.
Yeah, just very pretty unni. And then her husband Andrew, very handsome. So I thought they were like a very good looking couple.
Yes. Yeah. Very tall.
Thank you, guys.
They are the giraffe family.
I
I thought the same actually. We first met Joann and Andrew at shout out Joyce and Sam Hong's house, and we kind of like had like a hey, like we're like young moms, let's like meet together.
When you first moved into your neighborhood?
Well, it was actually after like 6 months after we moved in. And then Cara was the one who kind of like rallied us together. And she's like, there's like a kind of like an older mom group outside who always meet. They have bomb food. Let's do that.
Yeah.
She's like,
create your own group.
Yes, let's meet as young moms and create our own group, right? Like, okay, so we met together, and then I remember seeing like Joann. I was like, wow, 너무 이쁜데?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So pretty. But I will say she was also a little bit intimidating.
Oh.
Because I feel like Joann, when she doesn't smile, and also before you get to know her and you get to know how goofy and like funny she is, she has that like charisma, you know?
yeah.
No, it's RBF. It's the eyebrows.
Do you get that a lot though? Like that you have an RBF?
No, not really. But actually, I don't know. I feel like I see it a lot in myself, so I have to like fix myself. But I gave it to Corey. Yeah, Corey has it too. It's just like the stress in between, and then it triggers the vein. Yeah.
Oh yes, she is my fellow penis
vein wielder of the penis vein.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, I don't see it.
So
well, maybe we'll see it.
It'll come.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just remember like feeling like, oh, like 이쁘다, but also kind of scary, intimidating. The more I got to like talk to Joann and like the more we got to hang out because of Corey, because if you guys have seen my stories, you probably have seen Corey.
Yes.
He is
the queen,
madly in love with Corey, and a lot of people have like approached Joann, like who like don't know that we're like related, but like because of like that we're neighbors, but
Yeah.
they're like, oh, we saw your daughter, or like, are you Corey's mom? You know,
I
'cause-
literally get like, oh, excuse me, are you the mom of his girlfriend? And I don't know who these people are, but they're friends of Jess. But
Yes.
somehow, like, we're popping up on each other's stories.
yeah. So
I mean, I think it's like people remember because he's like a very shy kid. He can be kind of shy, right?
Yeah.
But when we see stories of Hui and Corey, he's just like, like he's like so in love with
Yes.
Corey. He's just like, hey, and
Yeah.
like nothing can stop him from like, you know, like kissing her or hugging her.
yes,
Nothing
yeah.
can be in his way.
He's very affectionate with Corey, and to the point where Corey's like now like super annoyed. So just every time he like approaches her, she like tries to slap him. And I was telling Joann, because Joann feels so bad whenever she does that. I'm like, dude, I like kind of like it
Wait,
because
she slaps him.
she like slaps him.
She will
Smacks
literally
him.
smack his face.
And then Joann, can you show what he does when?
Whenever like Corey like even walks by, he's like smiling and watching, but he goes like, ugh.
Or he goes,
Oh, like he's like anticipating to be slapped.
He's waiting. But he goes next to her and he's like, oh,
yeah, and he's willing to take that
So
risk, you know, and he's
cute.
always like blinking,
Yeah.
because he knows it's like something's coming, but he's still like approaching, you know. But yeah, I like it. I like Corey's feistiness.
Yes.
I like her sass, and I like that she what is it like?
stands up for herself.
Yeah, she creates boundaries, you know, and yeah, even Andrew, like whenever like he like approaches Corey, he's like, hey, hey,
It's my daughter.
yeah, it's like, hey.
Yeah, he secretly loves it too.
Yeah. Well, Joann, actually, I think this is like kind of notable, right? She is our HOA president of this community.
Wow.
Isn't
And that
that-
requires someone who is like very, you know, type A, likes to take the initiative. Would you say you're kind of like that
I'm
style?
very type A. Yeah, super. I also don't know how I ended up there either.
She's never confirmed that she wanted to be.
It was kind of just like suggested by the older mom groups. We call them the OG moms. They meet outside every day.
Oh.
They're so prepared. They have like 오뎅국, 떡볶이.
For the HOA meetings?
Oh no, sorry. For themselves.
Oh, I see,
yeah,
I
yeah,
see, I
yeah.
see.
They have like a little pojangmatcha outside every day.
Oh my gosh.
But they were like kind of pushing us. You know, the younger generation needs to come. You know, be part of the board. The old board members have been here for like 10 plus years.
Oh, wow.
They keep raising our fees. We don't know where our money is going, like
Yeah.
all of that stuff. And it's kind of just like, oh, yeah. And then somehow we got our names on the ballot. And it's like really hard to overthrow the old board.
And they've been on the board for like what?
10 plus years.
Isn't
yeah.
that crazy,
Wow, Yeah,
Janice?
that is
Yeah.
crazy.
And because no one ever like runs or is involved in HOA, especially because there are a lot of Koreans here. I feel like Korean people don't really do that.
Yeah.
Just by default, they stay on the board the
Right,
following
right.
year. Yeah. Somehow we got on the ballot.
It's funny because before all of that happened, Joann is so like again like type A,
Yeah.
and she's very involved in the neighborhood, right? I'm a renter, so like I feel like I don't have a lot to say, but I've been seeing like Joann
Yeah.
and like all the other owners like, you know, participate. But Joann in particular, she like has a spreadsheet of all the neighbors she meets in this community.
Wow.
And she like writes down characteristics that they have so that she remembers next time, like their names,
Wow.
their kids' names, like
Their
their
dogs.
age, their dogs.
Oh my gosh.
She literally has like a spreadsheet in her notes that she keeps.
It's because I feel bad because when you see them again and they're like, "Hey, how's it going, John?"
Yeah.
It's the worst feeling when you don't remember someone's name or something about them. But I'm realizing the more you talk, how crazy I sound. You know, we're talking about this spreadsheet I have in my
I
phone.
mean, that's crazy.
Isn't
like,
that
that's
so
something-
interesting?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I wanted Joann on, because I feel like she is an unni who I feel like is so like interesting in such a good way.
Yes,
you know, like
yes.
she is the most type A person I've ever met. But at the same time, she doesn't really like enforce that to others.
Yeah,
you know? She's
yeah.
still very considerate and like very thoughtful. And you know, even though she might be that way, I feel like she uses that gift to bless others. You know, so that's why I
That's
love
the best.
Joann unni,
That's
because
such a nice way to put
When you
it.
think of like type A people, it's usually like, you know, very strict
Yes.
in their ways and like, you
and
know.
she is that
Right,
way.
right.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like I don't know, it kind of can come off a little negative.
Yes.
But what I get from Joann is like she's very helpful.
Yes.
Using her,
exactly.
strengths.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I still remember.
I'm sweating.
Our guests hate it when we like
Compliment
love bomb them.
I'm sweating.
But she keeps that spreadsheet. She literally, like, if she sees poop around like our neighborhood, she creates like little sticks with like poop signs saying "pick up your poo."
Wow.
And she puts it next to the poo so that the next time the owners like are walking their dog, they can see it and they're reminded to
That's
pick up their
supposed to
poo.
be a secret.
I can edit
secret?
I can edit it out if you don't
Why?
want.
Oh no, it's fine. It's just it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's actually
Wait,
crazy.
You like make that like
It's laminated, Janice.
like you make them yourself.
It's laminated.
I made it one time in a bulk bulk amount, so I don't have to do it again. But usually it's on grass, and when there's grass, there's sprinklers. So
it's gross.
You know, yeah. Or like if I just did paper, it would
I see.
it would get wet.
she's even thinking about that.
Wow. 그러니까 뭘 하면 확실히 하는 style, right?
Yes.
Like she will go the 9 yards.
The whole 9 yards.
The whole 9 yards.
Yeah,
True.
yeah. So she's that type, you know.
Wow.
So we would always joke saying like Joann is our HOA president,
Yeah.
and then it actually
happened.
became true.
Wait, I'm sorry. You were the HOA president?
Yes. Wait, I'm sorry. What were we talking about this whole
I
time?
thought it was HOA like board member.
Yes.
You're president?
She's
But
the president.
the president thing is not a big deal because once you're
Oh my.
voted in, just amongst us three, we just decided. And
Yeah.
then Matt and I were texting under the table like, oh no, like you should do it. You know, you should, like none of us want to be the president because
Right.
it's so much work.
Yeah.
And Matt's like, I'm good either way. So
Yeah.
I thought we were going in that direction.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I forward the motion to make her president. I was like, what? And then Scott was like, nay, or I, or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it
It just happened.
just happened.
Wow.
Kind of like how you came on to Honey Bear. I feel like, you know.
I think
that's
this
the
is
flow.
why I get asked to be in cults a lot. Like there must be something about me
Wait,
that's just
what?
very like
Can we go into that?
I'm sorry, what?
I think I told you this before.
yeah.
I just
See?
get
Some good
approached
stories.
by strangers.
What?
I
In
wouldn't
America?
in America. Well, I've never lived outside of America.
Because I've heard of these stories in Korea,
Yes.
but never in America.
Oh, yeah. In America, not a lot, like 3 times.
Wait, that's a lot.
That's 3 times more than me.
Like twice in a store,
Uh-huh.
like a Nordstrom Rack or something, and then once my Uber driver,
Oh my
which
gosh.
was the freakiest of all because
Like, was he Korean?
no,
Oh.
they're never Korean. That's the thing. But I think I must have like a sign on my forehead that says I would like to join. Yeah, it's very bizarre. They just approach you and it's very like subtle and casual. Like, oh my gosh, like cute top. Like, is that the Uniqlo? Like,
Oh my gosh.
you know,
Wait, this is Uniqlo. This is actually Uniqlo.
the one with the built-in bra. Like, oh my God, it's like so comfortable. And then like, you know, you get all like, oh my gosh, that's so great. I got it on sale. Like, oh, recently, yeah, I got a Cerrito small, like that kind of thing. And
Wait,
then
legit, this is Uniqlo thing with a built-in bra, and I got it on sale. Okay, I'm sorry.
no, and then it's like, oh, like, are you from Cerritos? Like, I went to Cerritos College. It's kind of like that kind
very
of thing.
natural.
Yeah, they like find, but they have a script. I think they like they somehow find a segue in. I think one time I was wearing my USC sweater, the best school of all time, and then
Okay.
someone approached and was like, "Oh my gosh, like fight on," or you know something stupid, and you immediately get giddy, like, "Oh my
Yes,
gosh, like
yeah.
yes,
connection.
yeah." And then it turned into like, "What did you study?" Like, and I studied OT, occupational therapy, which is not very well known, I think. But this girl was like, "Oh my gosh, like my mom went to like had a stroke, had rehab, got OT, like her OT changed her life," and you know, you just start talking about that.
Yeah.
And then it transitions to we have a mentor. There's always like a person, a mentor or a leader, but they never use the word leader or anything like that. It's always mentor. Like changed my life. Like I know you're not married yet, but like he was such a big component for like us to get married and our strength in our marriage now. And like, it's just weird.
That's
and like,
so weird.
yeah, going to his business and like, you know, I thought I was going to go into this career because I want to help people, but not. It's just very natural, and then it goes into like exchanging of information, and that's when you feel really uncomfortable because you're already feeling weird about it.
Yeah.
You have to find a way out, and you're like, you know, slowly like going to the another rack, but they're like following you, and you just have to be like, oh, like that sounds so great, like that's great for you, thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Oh my God.
You just have to leave.
Yeah.
But the Uber one was hard because he wanted my number.
What?
And I'm parked at my house, so he knows my address. It's late at night, and he was like, "Oh, call me right now. I'll give you my number," because he wanted the thing where, you know, he has my number directly.
Yeah.
But if I don't give it, like, what is he gonna do?
Yeah,
like lock
you're
the
in his
car?
car.
Yeah. Is he gonna lock me in there and just drive away? So I called him, and he had my number.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, great. Like we should link up sometime, you know. And I exited, and then you just block.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just bizarre.
Did you report him?
I did not.
I feel like
This-
that's not okay.
But I feel
right?
like in a way, like he wasn't really like doing anything. It's just like she got weird vibes,
Yeah,
right?
it's uncomfortable.
Right.
Yeah, so I feel like it'll be messed up to report, but that is like kind of
But I guess you could, like,
Yeah.
you know, them making you feel uncomfortable. But
That's
yeah.
true.
Yeah, 3 times.
Wow.
Dang, that's crazy, Joann. But the fact that you knew to like, I don't know, just
Stay calm.
yeah, exactly.
Play the part and then just get the hell out of there.
Yeah. That's how Joann is too. She and then okay, another thing, Joann, like I guess like part of why she is HOA president and why she's so type A and she's like amazing.
Yeah.
Like whenever we go to Orange Theory together, for me, I don't know how you are, Janice, but I cannot multitask for the life of me. Like if I'm just doing one thing, for example, when I'm exercising at Orange Theory, I cannot respond to texts. I cannot notice anything going on around me.
Yeah.
For me, it's just a fight with myself. I have to get through like this treadmill part. I have to get through this rowing part. I have to finish this set, right? But Joann, she has eyes all over the place.
I'm nosy.
She knows what's going on in the room. She knows what's going on in her phone. She's texting back people while she's exercising.
No, I don't have my phone with me.
Oh, are you
It's just
doing
on my
voice
Apple
to
Watch.
text?
Yeah.
Well, she's doing voice to text, and and at the same time she's like beasting out on the treadmill as well. When this
She's
happens.
in the know.
Yes.
Yeah, she's in the
I'm like,
know.
okay, Jess, picking up those 12 pounds over there. I see you. Upgrade from 10, man.
So I was like, dude, I saw you. Okay, good job.
Wow.
And I'm like, wait, what? How did you even see me do that, Joann? So she's very good at multitasking as well.
What a beast.
I think it stems from anxiety, like just being on high alert all the time.
Yeah.
Just having to like not like perform. It's not performance based, but just like anxiety, like kind of the need to know what's going on at all times. I don't think it's a good thing.
No,
Yeah.
I mean it's definitely a strength. I mean everyone has strengths and weaknesses, but I feel like this is something I aspire to become one day.
Yes, that's
if
why
ever.
I feel like naturally I love hanging out with Joann because I want to be like that, you know? Like I want to be 부지런해 and like always like in the know and like multitask and just be on top of things.
Yeah.
I feel like Joann's always like that. So
You're a major J then, like always planning ahead.
What's the other one?
P.
Oh yeah, I'm
go with the flow.
Oh yeah, I'm
So-
definitely Jay.
oh yeah, 100%
Yeah.
Jay.
Do you get like frustrated then when you're like with people who like may
yeah.
not be?
I feel like you're not like that, Joann.
No. I think when someone lacks nunchi altogether, that does bother me. Like no courtesy. I think you don't have to be like hyper aware of everything, but if just like basic manners or basic nunchi, that does bother me. But other than that, no. Like when I go on a trip somewhere, I do tend to plan my itinerary.
You guys went on a girls trip. with the community unnis.
Oh, we did. We
Yeah.
did. That was very lax, though. I have to say, I think we were all kind of like burnt out. We kind of just like packed our bags and went.
Yeah.
And we did a whole lot of nothing, but it was fantastic.
Yes. Just doing nothing.
But like traveling abroad,
Oh,
like
I see.
I will like Google like the distance from the hotel to the restaurant and input that travel time in the Excel sheet. But which
You have an
is
Excel sheet?
you have an Excel sheet. Don't lie. You have
She's
an
on the
Excel
notes app. You know what I mean?
for an itinerary.
I literally
Excel,
Excel in boxes.
yeah, that is. I'm a J too, but I feel like there are different levels.
Yes, of course.
And Joann's on that top tier level
Yes.
of J.
No, I love it.
yeah.
Just because, yeah, I want to be prepared, but I'm also like a half glass empty person, surprisingly. So I do all this prep with the expectation that it's not gonna go the way I plan, so that I won't be disappointed.
I think that's why Joann's like very healthy in that way, like kind of like what I said. Even
Yeah.
though she's type A, she doesn't really like enforce that to others.
Right.
Even though she has like all this anxiety and prep,
Yeah.
she also has like realistic expectations. We kind of have a funny story. Like our friend Spake, she is like that. She's very prepared, like very J, and she like planned this whole thing for our friend Esther's bachelorette, and a lot of things didn't go according to plan.
Yeah.
And then she was also driving us. And for us, we're like, la, 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 la. Like, we don't care. And we're just like being super, I don't know.
Annoying.
Just annoying. But we didn't realize.
And 눈치 없어.
Yeah, 눈치 없어. Yeah. So being like.
And then so she was like on high stress alert
Yes.
because she's driving.
Yeah.
And then plans aren't going the
Oh,
way
and
she
then on top of
wanted.
that, we almost got into an accident.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that like triggered all those feelings. And Spake is like usually really chill. And she is
Yes.
like you, whereas like where she doesn't like expect it to go like, you know,
Can go with the
perfectly.
flow.
Exactly. But I think that particular day, she was like very stressed because everything didn't go according
Right.
to plan.
Yeah.
She was driving and we are being freaking loud and 눈치 없어. And then on top of that, we almost got into an accident. So later when we got back to like our apartment, she was saying like, guys, I have a confession. I was crying in the car
Oh my god!
by myself.
And no one noticed.
Well, we noticed that she was like kind of quiet.
Yes.
But we were like, oh, I mean, she'll be fine.
Yeah,
She was
yeah.
crying.
She said she was crying.
Oh man.
And then I started crying because I felt so bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I feel like people like Joann, like Spake, like they have a lot of pressure. They put a lot of
Yes.
pressure on themselves.
I feel that. I feel that.
And we appreciate you guys so
Yes.
much.
Like
Yeah.
we went to my in-laws recently. They just moved to a new house, and then we were eating dinner there. We took food. But with babies, you know, sometimes like kogi and stuff, it's like too big, so you have to like cut it. I just assumed that they hadn't unpacked yet because they had just moved.
Yeah.
So I packed baby scissors. Pretty normal, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen moms bust
Yeah,
out their
yeah,
scissors.
yeah. And I get a lot of this from my cousin Cara,
Uh-huh.
who's probably just as crazy as me. Maybe she just does it more like under the radar.
Okay, like a small note. Cara told me recently that she prepared Noah, her firstborn Noah's tour at
When-
3 months.
Yes.
She started
Yes.
preparing for her
Yes.
tour.
She's on the same tier. She just
Wow.
somehow like comes off a lot cooler about it, and I come off a lot crazier.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, at my in-laws' house, I busted out the scissors, and then like my mother-in-law and father-in-law were like whispering to each other, and I just heard like "역시." And I was
Like,
like,
that's our
I was like,
daughter.
"Ne?" And
Our
then
daughter-in-law.
they were just saying like in Korean, like I can't repeat it, like, you know, oh 아니야, like something about like we knew you would be so prepared, and we're just laughing, like and
Always.
my mother-in-law was like, of course we have scissors, like, you know, like. But maybe it's because we went to Hawaii recently and my mother-in-law came, and I think she was surprised the level of like packing we did. But it's because you just go into that beast mode when you have a toddler.
That's
yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Although there are some parents who are just like, it's just go with the flow. Like
Yeah.
things will work out.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I have just too much anxiety.
I actually saw a recent reel. It was like a Korean reel. And they're like, oh, like how a P mom would pack when they go out and how a J mom would pack. And like obviously the J mom has like everything, like even Tylenol just in case
Yes.
like they get
Yes.
sick, a fever.
Yeah.
And P mom is like literally just like keys, like water.
Yes.
And like that's it. Bare minimum.
Right.
But then all the comments were saying, that P mom is giving me a heart like anxiety.
Right,
attack. Like,
right.
I cannot like she's probably gonna ask the J mom for stuff outside, and they're like, "Be the J mom, everybody. Don't be the P mom." Yeah,
I feel like you're forced to become more of a J when you're.
I feel
a
like
parent.
me too. Like I feel like naturally I am a J, but again, like not. I want to be Joann's level, but I cannot be because I have limitations.
Yeah.
But definitely, like raising raising a toddler makes me more like, okay, I need to prep more.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's funny because Josh recently soloed yesterday.
Yes.
He was all day soloing with Hui. And he actually like
He did great.
He did great.
Yeah, so
he
great.
did wonderful. And Hui had a blast with his appa.
Yeah.
He took him out to like what is it, like a
Kids
indoor
Empire.
Kids Empire, like an indoor playground thing, play cafe for kids. And then during the day or like during the evening, he took him out swimming,
cool, yeah.
right? But like mom mode, when you go out to those things, you just instantly think of like, okay, what do I need to pack, right? And I already knew like Josh, like he forgot a lot of things because I know I get notifications when the garage opens and closes. And it's funny because when he went out to swim, I had several of those notifications like garage open, close. Oh, it opened and closed again. And I was like, I already knew him. Oh, he forgot towels. He forgot the floaty. He forgot everything. Like I already knew. And later I asked and I was like, you forgot those things. He's like, oh, how'd you know? He was like so shocked. I was like, I'm already on top of you.
It's
dude.
the mom sense. It's, the dads can't follow that.
I mean, how is Andrew? Is he pretty good with those things?
He can be if he's solo. But the minute that I'm there, it's kind of like Joann's got it.
Yeah.
It just turns off. That's probably something we like fight about a lot. I feel like a lot of men think that way too. Just kind of single-minded. They have to have like clear directions. But yeah, if he's alone, he could totally do it. But I think being a mom has made me more like a P.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I think you have to be. I think you have to be either
see.
way.
Yeah.
You kind of have to learn.
Yeah, that's true.
Give things up. I'm really anal about like germs and stuff too. I think Josh is as well. And when I went to Kids Empire, I was like pretty anxious and wiping her hands constantly. But you just gotta let that stuff go.
Yeah.
They're gonna get sick. It's just part of it.
Yeah.
The food. Oh, the food mess. It's horrible. But now you just wipe them once at the end.
Yeah.
We have a tray for our dog. Or, no, sorry, not for our dog. We have a tray to catch the food.
Yeah.
But it happens to be the perfect height for Leo to, like, eat. So he just cleans everything up for us. So it kind of works out.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just learn to let things go and you have to be flexible.
Yeah.
Or it's just you won't survive, I think.
Yeah.
I feel like Joann, she would always like tell me like stories too of how she grew up. And Joann's mom was very like strict.
Yes.
And she was kind of the same way, like very type A. And I think like one of the things that Joann's mom was like very like particular about was like cleanliness, like hair, picking up hair.
Like
and I feel like
growing
my
up.
mom, growing up, my mom was very much like that too. She doesn't like seeing hair. Joann's mom was very like, you have to pick up hair everywhere you are. So that's like ingrained in her. Like everywhere she goes, even when she comes to my house or anyone else's house, she's like picking up hair. But it's funny because recently we went over to our fellow mom's house. Joyce, shout out Joyce Jeong. She started listening to our podcast because she took her bar and now she's like really free.
A bar? Her bar?
Yes.
Joyce Hong?
No, Joyce Jeong.
Joyce Jeong.
Okay. Shout out to Joyce Jeong.
She took her bar exam while she's a
my
mom,
gosh.
which is crazy.
Yes.
Now she's done. So
Impressive.
congrats, Joyce. And she's been like telling us to come over. Like she's been cooking for us, like opening up her home so that our kids can play.
Yeah.
And then Joann saw like a strand of hair on the mat. And then she didn't think anyone was looking, and she was like, she was gonna pick it up, but then she stopped herself. She's like, "Oh no, I'm not gonna do it." Then I was like, and then I witnessed it, and I was like, just laughing. I was like,
Oh,
Joanna saw that.
Why did you 고민해? Why did you?
It's just
hesitate?
internal battle. Like I'm trying so hard. I think every day we try not to pass on those generational traumas, right? I know it's just hair, but I think the cleanliness probably contribute to my anxiety and all of that. It's just, you don't want to do that, you know?
Yeah.
Initially, when Corey would get messy or throw food, you have that like large reaction and you get mad. And that's how we grew up. Like everything had to be clean. You know, your parents just look at you and you die and go to heaven. And, you know, like, but now, like, there's the research is showing that like it really builds trauma and anxiety in kids. So
what's something you said recently? I like how you put it, micro traumas.
Yes, micro traumas.
Yeah.
Like it's like, you know, it's hair. It's not a big deal. It's not like huge like spanking or anything, but progressively over time on a daily basis it compounds, and I think it impacts really greatly. So that was me saying like, just leave the damn hair. Like just leave it. Like it's fine.
Yeah.
I think I went back. No, I think I left it. But sometimes I will go back. Sometimes I will go back.
You just can't. You can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now Corey does it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
I think that's what makes you kind of like
Aware.
고민해, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Like she picks up her own hair?
Or like if she sees like a munji or like a piece of something on the mat,
my gosh.
she goes ji 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 and she picks it up and she gives it to me and I'm like, that's when I was like,
that's
okay,
crazy.
I need to stop this.
And how old is Corey?
She just turned 20 months, but she was doing that
Wow.
since she was like
very young.
11, 12 months.
Oh my gosh.
So it really starts early and it
Yeah.
makes a difference.
absorbing like a sponge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I think the fact that like we're more aware of like the micro traumas that we went through and that we're actually like kind of pondering like, should I pick it up or
Yeah.
not?
Yeah.
And like really considering like the modeling that we're doing for our kids. That in itself, I feel like is a change.
For sure.
And, you know, like you're doing better.
You guys are great moms. I can just tell.
Joann is an amazing mom.
No.
Corey-
I have so much help. This community is like huge help. I think about Jess all the time because her mom and Josh's mom are both in Korea. Like I could not do it. Don't cry. I'll cry too.
I'm crying. I'm tears.
Joann, I just want to say, like, I really, like, when we first moved here, we moved when he was a newborn, and it was really, really hard.
Yes.
I
We
can't
look back
imagine.
on that time
Yeah.
being like, dude, that was crazy.
Yeah.
But I really think it's like God's sovereignty that we moved here in this
Uh-huh.
specific neighborhood. Because
sure.
again, I met like all these moms,
Yeah.
unni's, Joann. And Joann, yes, she like gets help from her mom, from her mother-in-law. Her mother-in-law used to like, I don't know if she still does this, but like she like cooks all these like banchans, food, cook for
Yes.
Corey. And she drops it off like every week, every other week.
Every Monday, every
Yeah.
Friday.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
And like the recipes that she makes, it's like real, like you could tell she put her heart and love into it. You know what I mean? Like it's just like a simple like omelet dish, but you see all these cut up vegetables in it.
But they're like
That's
cut up
잘게.
so
Oh
small
my, for baby to eat.
for
comfortably.
baby to eat.
Yes.
Mhm.
And it's like so many vegetables in
Yeah.
that one like egg recipe. And then Joann, she would always share it with me because she knows that like I don't have like my mom or like
Yeah.
my mother-in-law here
Yeah.
to like make food for me. And it's always like me or like I'm surviving off of like what i모님 makes us,
Right,
you know?
right.
So Joann would always be like, Jess, like, do you want this for Hui? You know, this is too much for us. I'm sure like she could still save it in
Yeah.
her freezer
No,
and
no,
give it to
no.
Corey.
Like, hey, I'm dropping off food.
Yeah,
I
she
left
always
it here.
drop off food for me, and like I would tell my mom like, "Oma, like Joann 언니 like dropped off this for me and that for me." So last time, yeah, when-
I didn't even cook it. I can't even like.
Still
that's
that-
not
Oh,
even-
that,
진짜
like-
눈물 나.
just like sharing and like you know like always
Yeah.
so considerate,
Yeah.
and like I think that's why like I came to like really depend on like my 언니's here.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm just so thankful that
Oh.
I could be here in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
But
She texted me on my birthday.
uh-huh.
And wait, can you pull up that text? I want to read it.
Recently?
Yeah.
Oh, I did.
I was so touched.
Oh, Janice.
I think it's so weird that Jess calls us onnis. I've never once because we are in a thread, like a
Uh-huh.
chat group with
Yeah.
the four of us.
Yeah.
I've never considered. It's just the mom group to me. But I guess she really sees us as like older. Older.
I'm very much like
막둥이.
respect. I think it's because I have older siblings
Yes.
and I always
Yes.
grew up like 언니 오빠.
Yeah.
Like I need to respect my 언니 and 오빠.
Yeah.
So whenever like we
Yeah.
go out or like we do stuff,
She sits in the back.
I'm the like 막내. You know the 막내 role. Like 언니 왔습니다.
Like she's the first to come out and first to get in my car, but she's like already in the trunk. And I'm like, what are you doing there? Like you came first.
Doorbell.
Sit
Yeah,
in the front. She's
Yeah.
like, she'll never.
Yeah.
She'll never do
I
it.
respect my 언니es.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, for
It's
sure.
the Korean in me.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So she texts me on my birthday and she goes, happy birthday, Janice. You know, like the way you, what'd she say? She said, you're the greatest friend a gal can have. I know this and feel it by the way Jess talks about you. Thanks for being so amazing to our little 동생, 휘엄마. And I seriously, I teared up. Because
Me
like
too.
I could
Oh my
feel the
goodness.
love that you
Yes.
receive from your community
Yeah,
here in
yeah.
your neighborhood. So it truly, I can tell, is a huge blessing on your life.
Yes, it is.
But
yeah.
you can only give as much as you receive, and I think it kind of all
Yes.
it
for
all goes
sure.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why we call ourselves 응답하라.
Yes,
응답하라,
yes.
because we literally like we share food, we meet like we try to meet like every week, and like it's like it's a community, it's a neighborhood, and we
Yeah.
like depend on each other a lot. It's funny because Joann has like a really close friend. Shout out Lloyd.
Lloyd, shout out Lloyd.
Shout out Lloyd.
Probably listening, but not listening. He'll never admit it.
And he gets so annoyed by our
Why?
응답하라 posts.
Why?
He's just like he's one of my closest friends, and now like a close friend of both me and Andrew. He is just like, like if you guys post one more like reply, whatever, I'm gonna be so annoyed. Like,
He's jealous.
totally. Things change, once you get married, once you have
course.
kids, your friendship dynamics change. They have
Yeah.
to, and it's sad, but it's kind of the way it goes.
Yes, yes.
Still definitely one of my closest friends, because he's from my old church, but he's annoying as hell. Annoying as hell. I can't post a single thing. If there's a random hand, he'll be like, who is that? Who did you eat with? And then there was one time, as a joke, I think I had lunch with Jess, and her hat was covering her face. And I made a joke about like, ooh, lunch with celebrity, because Honey Jam. Yeah, you guys are like popping up, getting really famous. And he's like, oh, who is that? Like, and I was like, what do you mean?
It's Jess.
And he's like, oh my god, like
so annoying.
That's
like
so funny.
it's like really mean comments. I can't believe I wasted like 2 seconds like asking that question. Like, and I'm like, dude, feel free to scroll past it. But I think the other day I had lunch with someone and I posted it. And it wasn't someone from this community, and he was like, I'll allow it. I'm like, no one asked your permission. I think he secretly wants, I think he'd be a great guest for a Honey Jam, actually.
He's so funny.
Lloyd.
He also just like randomly sends us like DMs of like selfies, and he's like doing like face pack. He's like, I'm sorry, I'm busy like just taking care of myself or like relaxing while you guys suffer with your toddlers.
Yeah.
Just
so
like,
funny.
wow, Lloyd, you win. You
Or
always
yeah,
win.
we'll post like a really rough day with our kids, and he just has a face pack on, and he goes, I'm winning. Yes.
He's like, sorry,
Wow.
not sorry.
Yeah.
And he just sends that randomly to me, and I'm like, I hate you, Lloyd.
But to me, I'm like, oh my god, so annoying. Like another face pack. Just thinks he's hilarious, but
So funny. But he is like he's a very helpful friend to Joann. Recently when we're at a cafe, you know how afterwards
Yeah.
you came
We were
and like
outside.
you helped us and stuff, and I was like, oh, Janice, like, can you get me napkins? Like, can you get this, that?
Right.
And then Joann's like, I see Janice is your Lloyd. I'm like, yes, she is my Lloyd.
true homie.
Yeah,
so
true.
Like knows what you need before
Yes,
you need it.
exactly. Yeah.
I think that's awesome. But
Yeah.
it's also because he has 2 nunas. He's like such a great uncle to his nieces and
Yes.
nephews. I don't know how true this is, but I believe it. Like when they were going through their postpartum with newborn, you're sleep deprived, up at night. I think he would take the night shift for his sisters.
Wow.
Like on occasion to help them sleep.
That's
Is-
so sweet.
Is Wood single?
He is single.
We need to get him a nice lady.
Yes.
Yes.
But he's annoying, so. But he's great. No, really. He is a really great guy. But yeah, just a lot of like heartless. That's not the word.
Selfless.
Yeah.
Selfless.
He's heartless too, but selfless. Yeah.
We had a Taco Bell break,
We did.
guys, because I was starving.
Much needed.
Yes, and it's actually 10 p.m. right now.
It was bomb.
It was freaking bomb.
Yeah.
I ate one of Joann's tacos because I was so hungry.
I had a Supreme Crunch wrap.
Yes,
Bomb.
it's so good. Anyways, we're back.
But
and
speaking of Taco Bell,
Yes.
we were talking about how, at this time of the day, it's really like Joann was saying, you can't like
You can't eat like we used to in
right,
college.
you
Yeah.
can't stomach these things.
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
this time. Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh, I've always had like stomach issues. In undergrad, I did go get like checked out because I just had so much stomach pain. And they took an X-ray thing to look for a bowel obstruction, and they couldn't read anything because
Yeah.
they said it looks like a sandstorm in
That's
there.
crazy.
I have no idea what that means, but I think basically there's just too much crap in there. Like, and then you just ignore it, you go on. But I had an incident once at downtown Disney where we're like eating. We had Ballast Point, drinking beers, and then walking back to the parking lot around the Lego store. I just like my ears started ringing, and my vision got blurry, and I just like lost all senses, and I kind of just collapsed. Couldn't hear anything because the ringing was so loud. Andrew's my husband. He's like yelling at me, like, "What is wrong with you?" Like literally yelling at me. But I'm like, I can't hear anything, man. Like
Because of the ringing.
the ringing was so bad. I'm literally fainting, breaking out in sweat, and then just suddenly I feel like I'm gonna like just diarrhea my life out. But then. But like I couldn't even walk.
Oh my gosh.
My two girlfriends, Tiff and Kyung, they picked me up by the armpits. God bless their souls. So slippery down there. They took me to the bathroom. I just started like stripping. Got like butt naked in downtown Disney bathroom. Sweating balls, like just dying. And I blacked out, literally blacked out.
While pooping.
I just started taking clothes off and throwing it over. And Tiff or someone was catching it.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Why were you taking off? Oh, because you were sweating.
Suddenly,
You were so hot.
I felt like I was gonna like burn into flames.
Oh, 'cause it
like
was
yeah, it
so-
was so hot.
I see.
And like dripping sweat, just out of nowhere, out of nowhere. And then after that, I think I never experienced that level of pain before. I would even go as far to say as it was as painful, if not more than labor pain.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
It was bad because in labor I was fully conscious, fully aware, deep breathing through it and stuff. But this, I lost all control. Like just my legs collapsed and everything.
Oh
So
my gosh.
yeah, got it checked out. Got a colonoscopy on my 30th birthday. Yeah, and it was very eye-opening. But basically, I have something called I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Torturous colon.
Torturous?
Torturous
Like it's
colon. Yeah, so it's colonoscopy. They put a camera through and they just run it down your bowels to look for any like blockage or polyps or anything. And the guy said in his career he's never seen one this long, like before. I have no idea what that means,
Yeah.
but
Like your
basically
intestine is really long?
my large intestine. Yeah, it's like abnormally long, so it's coiled and compacted in your
Wow.
cavity. So a lot more kinks and corners. So he's saying your food just doesn't have a way to like come down properly. So yeah, there's nothing you can do except take fiber. So
Wow.
I feel like Harmony, I take fiber every
Yeah.
day.
Oh, and it helps. It's been helping.
It helps, but it's still not 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
she told me that story, and I was like, "Oh, that's the craziest story I've ever heard." And then when we went on our San Diego mom trip,
yes.
she's like, "Dude, my stomach hurts," and I kind of like get that feeling. And then we were like at a restaurant, and I was like, "Joann, like if you like feel like you did at downtown Disney,
Yeah.
like shoot us a text or call us. We'll go."
Yeah.
But then what happened again?
I was feeling that way actually. I was like starting to get sweats again, and I was in the stall, and I was trying to text them like, "Dude, this is not good." But it was like a concrete wall
that's
bathroom.
right. Yeah, no service.
No service. It's not like an open stall thing. It's just a single stall, like top to bottom, concrete.
Yeah.
My message wasn't going through.
No.
I started panicking, but it eventually passes and you get over it. It came out feeling like a new person, thank God. But
she came back like, guys, that was awesome, but I almost died.
Yeah.
And we're like, wait, what? She's like, I couldn't text you guys.
And I actually have stomach issues too.
Yeah.
David thinks I have like irritable bowel syndrome because I'm always like, especially after like K barbecue, if I eat like garlic, I think it's garlic that makes me feel this way. But my stomach, it's like stomach pain is so bad, you know? And if you know there's not a toilet nearby, you just panic.
But that's always when it happens. It's when you're stuck on the freeway, on the 5, standstill traffic. It's like you're clenching your butthole for life.
Yeah.
Like,
And this is kind of off topic, but we were talking about also like our Korean, right?
Yes.
Joann, I always thought you were good at Korean. Just
I'm not.
hearing based off of just
No.
stories.
Joann is good. I think she's like being too humble a little bit.
No.
You can like converse. You can converse with people.
I
in
can,
Korean.
but receptively, I really don't know much. Like, I think growing up, my mom probably like dumbed it down for me because when my mother-in-law, at that time, my future mother-in-law, we were just dating. I felt like she was speaking a different language because she would talk to me the way she would talk to Andrew.
And you know what it is? You know why?
사투리?
She has 사투리.
No. It's not the 사투리.
Really?
It's the words. It's the vocabulary.
I see.
I think I can figure out like satori. You can kind of like figure it out.
The dialect.
Yeah, but Andrew would be listening and like like responding. I have no idea what she's saying at all. I just Ned for 8 years of dating. I got by and I thought, occasionally I'll answer if I think I know. But she's a smart woman. She picked it up probably day one.
Yeah.
And then I think the closer we got, we're like gonna get married. She came up to me and was like, if you don't know what I'm saying, you should say so. Like, you should not just say
She
nah.
sniffed it out.
I understood that. And I was like, oh, shoot. Okay, so now actually I just talk to her in English.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, there's no expectation for me to speak to them in Korean. I will if I can.
Yeah.
But I have no problem just talking to them in English. I think maybe once you're married, I don't know if it's the same for you guys. Not that you care less, but you're family now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like there's a different level of comfort. We're very pyone.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. They know the real you.
Yes. Because when you're dating, you're kind of like always trying extra hard.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that Andrew understands everything.
He
though.
does. He
Like,
understands a lot.
receptively, he understands.
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Wow.
speaking wise, I think in his head, he can formulate sentences like a lot better than I can. But then it comes out like a baby. Like he can't really speak. Like it doesn't connect.
Yeah.
But also he can't read and write. It's weird. My Korean is not great, but I'm extremely fast at typing and texting in Korean.
You could type?
I can type. Like I know the Hangul keyboard.
Wow.
Yeah, by memory, but it's so useless. Like, what am I typing?
No.
That's pretty useful.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, Josh is kind of like that too. I feel like conversationally
He's good at Korean.
Yeah, he's good at Korean. He understands well.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know how to type in Korean.
Oh.
He's very slow. So when he has to send emails in Korean, like to our like CPA or whatever,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
like, Jess, can you type it for me? I'm like, and then the first time I think he didn't tell me.
Oh.
Like he was just like, can you do it?
Yeah.
And I was like, why? Just do it yourself.
Yeah.
And he asked like several more times. I was like, Josh, do you not know how
Yeah.
to type in Korean? He's like, I'm just slow.
Wait, he should use speech to text.
Oh yes.
Yeah, because you could just talk
That's
into
true.
it. That's
Yeah.
how I send all my texts.
I'm
and
super fast at typing.
Yeah.
Well, you're really good at both.
For sure.
Your Korean's so good too. You're not a fob, right?
I am actually. I was born in
Oh.
Korea, but I moved here when I was 3, so I was super young.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I feel like my Korean was a lot better before I got
Yes.
married. And I don't want to blame David.
Yeah.
But my Korean definitely got worse.
But you're gonna blame David.
And then I go blame David. And then my sister, she married a Korean guy.
Oh.
And so her Korean was worse than mine before. But then after she got married, her Korean's way better than mine.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
So she'll like say words. I'm like, wait, what does that mean? She's like, how do you not know what that means?
yeah.
And so yeah, I do blame David, but then David always says, "But your English got better."
It's true. Dude, it's true.
Was your English not perfect?
No, it was perfect.
Oh.
But that's like his joke, like, "Oh, you're a fob."
I see.
When I hear you, like the way you talked in college versus now,
Uh-huh.
you got a lot more white.
Really?
Yeah. Like you say expressions where you didn't say before.
Yeah. So
you
I
know?
definitely learned from him.
Yeah.
And David's like, when we first started dating, he was really bad at Korean, but he got a lot better. Like he learned a lot of words. Like he didn't know what like 당황스럽다 meant.
I think I do remember this from church. Like David's Korean was pretty awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's really good now.
Yeah.
Like he
Yeah.
talks to my parents in Korean.
Wow.
And his parents get shocked by that because he speaks 100% English to them.
Yes.
And it's funny because they respond in Korean. So it's like
Yes.
completely different
That's
languages.
my dynamic too. Yeah. My dad actually went to school in the States.
Uh-huh.
So I think I'm extra bad at Korean
Yeah.
because he went to Eagle Rock High School.
Wow.
Yeah, he like grew up here. So he spoke perfect English. I'm just not used to like having Korean only in the household.
Oh.
But my mom too, we grew up speaking to her in like Konglish,
Uh-huh.
and then she would always respond in like dumbed down Korean.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you speak in English to your mom even now?
I think mixed.
Mixed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I feel like your mom is pretty good at
She is
English
pretty
too.
good, yeah.
Compared to like, I don't know, like my mom,
Yeah.
you know?
Uh-huh.
She's pretty good.
Your
I
mom
just-
is good English too, though, Jess. She is.
If she's watching, yes. she's very interested
Uh-huh.
in like speaking in
Yes.
English, which I
Yes.
think is the most important part. You got to have that like that desire and that initiative to like learn.
Yes.
Right? That's the best
Yeah.
thing. That best way to learn a new language.
For sure.
But yeah, I just remember like recently Joann went to a wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And then a lot of things went down that weekend because Corey got roseola,
Mm-hmm.
right? So she was really sick. But she was supposed to be the flower girl.
Mm.
And it was just really stressful because
I
Joann
was
was
also
one of the bridesmaid.
Right.
So it was very stressful. But then she sent us like a text that her mom sent her.
Mm-hmm.
Because what ended up happening was Corey stayed back like at home.
Mm-hmm.
And then Andrew and Joann went to the wedding.
Without baby.
Yeah,
my
without
mom
baby.
watched her.
And then mom watched Corey. And obviously, like, Joann's, like, super worried.
course.
And she's, like, checking in. But then Joann's mom sent her a text saying, like in English.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
She said, babies get sick all the time. This is, like, their way of growing up. Like, that means it's growing up. You know, like, there's, like, a Korean saying where it's, like, 아프면, like, 크는 거라고,
Yeah.
right?
But
So
she translated it almost directly. She
Yes.
was like babies get grow up through sickness.
Yes,
or something
yeah,
like
but that was
Yeah.
so 감동, like the way she put it.
Yeah.
Babies grow up through sickness. Don't worry, have fun. I'll take good care of
Yes.
Corey.
Yes.
She texted that.
Wow, in
Yeah.
English.
In
In
English,
English,
yeah.
Yeah.
So
It was,
감동.
it was very 감동.
Wow.
Yeah. And kind of unlike her because, you know, she's the 머리카락 woman. So, like, you know, everything had to be perfect. Like, I think we grew up having to live to a standard. So, I think the old her would have been like, dude, your child's sick. Sorry, that's your priority. You can't be in the wedding. But for us, it's like, dude, this is my homie. Like,
Yeah.
you can't back out of being in the wedding party. You know,
Right.
there's no way. But I was a little surprised. I thought she would be like, 그냥 가지 마라. Like, you know, you have to take care of your daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like Corey harmony to you like is your mom and like that strict 엄마 that
Yes.
you grew up with. But I did hear like being a grandparent like
So
taps
different.
like you tap into something like
Yeah.
a different emotion
For
and like
sure.
a different kind of care and love for your grandchild.
Uh-huh.
And like I could just see like because she always visits and like she comes outside, she sees Hui. And like when she's like caring for Corey,
Yeah.
she's just oozing with love. And I see that. And like when Joann tells me like stories about her mom, like I just can't imagine because she is the sweetest harmony ever to Corey and to us too when we see her. She's like so kind.
Yeah.
And like when I hear like stories like, dude, my mom was crazy about like 머리카락.
Tough love.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tough love. I'm like, dang, I legit can't imagine.
Yeah.
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 Wow.
Sorry, I'm taking a deep breath. That Taco Bell is doing me dirty.
Just talking about like parents and English levels and stuff like that. This reminds me of when so my mom's not good at English, right? She, even though she lived here like almost all her life, she just always stuck to her Korean friends, the Korean community. So her English is like really, really bad. Like she can't speak it barely, but she understands everything, right? So one time, like, and she's still really shy about talking in English. We were actually at Din Tai Fung. She was asking for Tabasco. And then she was like, oh, like she like, you know, mustered up the courage to ask for Tabasco. She's like, oh, can I get some Tabasco? Like that, right? And then the waitress didn't understand. She's like, oh, what? Like, I was like, oh, can we just get some Tabasco, please? And then she's like, okay. And I was like, oh my, like, why can't you like say in Korean? I was like, why can't you say it loud and proud? Like, can I get some Tabasco? Oma, like, can I get some Tabasco? I was like making fun of her. I was like, 당나게 말해, Tabasco. And then she looked at me and started crying.
Oh no!
In the middle of the Din Tai Fung. I felt so bad because I was making fun of her. And she's like, 그래, 넌 잘났다. You know, you're lucky you speak English. I can't speak any English.
Because in that moment, she like mustered up the courage to say that.
She tried so hard.
Yeah. And you're just like, why are you whispering on that?
I don't know what's worse though. My mom will confidently sometimes say it, and it's so wrong. I think growing up, like McDonald's, we'd go through drive-through, and she'd be like, "Can I get a I forget what she ordered, like a Big Mac and fries and a large cock." She's like, what? What did I say?
I'm dead.
And then it's like, you know, when you explain stuff when they're bad, like say it wrong, like let's go to the bitch or something. Like, you know, like you can explain what
a shit of paper.
Right, right. Where you can kind of
like that.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. But how do you explain that? You got that wrong. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
I think they just like try. They just try.
Yeah. Oh, so funny. We love
good.
our parents.
Yeah. Shout out to our parents. And now you guys are parents.
Yeah. I wonder if we'll have those quirky moments with our children.
For sure.
Yeah.
100%.
It'll be different though, right?
I can't like understand it. Yeah. I can't keep up with the Gen Z.
Oh, we talked about
brat,
this.
The demure.
Yeah.
Be demure. Be mindful.
Yeah. But I saw a comment saying like people who are using this now is cringe.
Yeah. But then it was literally like over 2-3 days where it was like the trend and then now it's over.
Yeah.
Like we're just getting to know the definition.
The trends are fast.
I feel like you guys know though, because in our text thread, it's always just telling us that what we're doing is not in anymore. I will never stop sending GIFs, I think.
Yes, me too. I like GIFs.
Yeah, they're so great.
They're funny.
I will say though, I'm a little bit more aware now, and I do feel a little insecure while I'm like sending like a crying, laughing emoji
instead
or
of
like
the skull
instead of the
emoji.
skull, because it just hits different for me. Like skull is a little bit like like I'm dead. But like laughing is like ha ha, you know, it's a little bit more joyful to me. So I like the laughing emojis.
Yeah, we gotta just stay true to our generation.
No problem.
But Janice, she will never send a GIF.
Oh really?
I've noticed that, Janice.
Well, I think
it's not because I want to stay like young and hip. It's because I'm too lazy to search the GIF that I'm thinking of.
Okay.
Because I noticed that and I was like, freaking betrayer.
Just cave in.
I'm pretty sure we like just started texting. Like we probably only have like one screen length of it, and I've already sent you like 3 GIFs.
Wait, I just wanted to like mention, like I like your shirt, Joann.
Thank you.
Super
it's very cute.
Who is this?
This is my firstborn son, Leonidas.
Aww.
So it says Leonidas mom.
That's really cute.
Thank you. I won it at my friend's like bridal shower.
Oh,
you know those like trivia things you do where like who knows the bride the best.
Yeah.
And then the Mo made this for me.
Of course you won.
I had all the answers in my phone. That's why.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, I think I got lucky.
On a spreadsheet.
Okay, but
answer on a spreadsheet.
but when someone comes up, someone like Jess or you know Joyce Hong, shout out. She's so bad at names and people. She can't remember anyone.
Yeah,
me too.
So and they'll come up to me. They're like, who's that person?
And she knows
everybody.
Yeah.
She's like, let me look through my files. Yes. This person lives in this unit, has 2 kids, has a dog.
Wait,
exactly.
legit though.
I have their address on there.
Wow.
Yeah,
like
it's helpful.
Street.
Yeah.
Where they live on.
Yeah. But yeah, this is Leo.
Yes.
I wear this shirt a lot, and I realize that I wear it a lot when I walk him, which is kind of like ridiculous because it's just like, you know,
your dog.
It's my dog. Yeah, he's probably the most annoying dog on the planet.
What kind of dog is he?
He's an Australian Labradoodle. A lot of people think he's a golden doodle. I mean, they look the same. We got him because of Brando. I don't know if you guys know Brando.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know Brando.
Izzy and Andrew Fang's dog. Yeah. Brando's sweetest, gentle giant ever. We love him. We dog sat for him for like 2 weeks and fell in love, and we decided to do it. We wanted a Brando 2.0. So we went through his breeder.
Wow.
We found out that the next litter was going to be Brando's mom's sister. So Brando and Leo would be cousins. Yeah, the moms are emo sisters, whatever.
Brando's aunt.
Yes.
Emo, yeah.
We're like, oh, gotta be great genes, you know. And we even told the breeder, like, we want him to enjoy outdoors, but like low temperament, very sweet, cuddly, bigger the better. We wanted him to be like 70 even plus pounds.
Wow.
He turned out to be everything but that. Like he is big. He is still standard size, but he's on the smaller side. He's like 55, 60 pounds if he's on holiday. He is just crazy. He is just so much energy. The craziness really came though with Corey, I think, because he's the firstborn and his maknae was born.
Maknae? What do you mean?
The maknae is Corey.
You're gonna have more though. Continue.
Just one.
Yes. You know how it goes, the
Yeah.
jealousy.
Yes.
Yeah, and I was never a dog person. I never had a dog. I thought people who think their dogs are kids and stuff, like probably all of you listeners are like crazy. Like, oh my gosh, I hate people who think they're a dog. That's me.
Yeah.
That's me now. But yeah, as soon as she was born, just a lot of change in behavior, seeking attention, stealing socks, stealing shoes, stealing stuff off the island. Crazy thing is, when I was like pregnant, we were training with this like crazy Russian guy.
Can we go into this a little bit?
Sorry. Thick accent, like straight Russian. Sounds like Gru from and what is it? Despicable Me. Yeah, very hard to understand. Dog trainer.
I just remember like Joann sent us a video. Were you the one who sent us a video?
His
He posted
Instagram
it.
is wild. It's like don't go on it.
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
like all like he posts things that were like way back before, like in the past. And this is when like Joann, you were pregnant.
I was like 9 months pregnant.
Yeah.
He posted it like recently.
Yeah.
But he be something like even pregnant women, like, you know, can have obedient dogs, like what are you doing kind of thing.
He posted
But
you?
yeah,
Yes,
he posted
and
me.
Andrew.
Yeah.
And Leo.
Yeah.
And she just forwarded. She's like, dude, LOL.
Yeah.
Like this is what like
It was
my
weird.
trainer like posted. And Joyce and I were dying because it's such a weird video.
Yeah.
Like he's talking. He's like, see, pregnant women can train dogs and amazing. Sit down, Leo. Like he talks like that. Like
He
like a
literally
guru.
does. Yeah, he literally
Oh.
does. But I have to say he was good. Like the foundation was laid. Leo was off leash service dog, almost service dog level.
Wow.
We were going everywhere with him off leash, and he was doing great.
Oh my gosh.
And we wanted him at that level because we're bringing a baby. You know, we have to be careful, and all went out the window. He has the foundation there. It's just we don't have the time to put into it. So I feel bad. I post about Leo doing bad things all the time, but 100% that's the owner's fault. You know, it's on us. We need to exercise him more. We need to, you know, keep him stimulated. You know, a tired dog is a good dog. So we're not doing that part, but it's sad and it's hard because I'm the preferred parent for both of them.
Oh, even for Leo.
Oh yeah. Leo probably, he's so upset that Andrew works from home and I leave for work every day. Yeah, he hates it.
Yeah, Leo.
If Andrew's home working, he literally just crawls under somewhere, sleeps all day.
Wow.
As soon as I come home, it's just all hell breaks loose.
He wants your attention.
Wow.
Yeah.
But you're just giving that all to Corey, so it's hard for you to manage that.
Yes. And I already sweat a lot. So when we take Leo out to walk and I'm like pushing the stroller and I have this big dog with me and he's like, you know, high energy, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It is a lot. But I can't imagine not having him.
Oh, so you can't like, it's a lot keeping him, but you also can't let him go. to like another family that would take care of them.
Yes. And also like it's hard. I fully understand parents who keep their dogs and I fully understand parents who let go of their dogs too. There's no right answer.
Yeah.
It really is what works best for your family.
Yeah.
People ask us a lot of questions like, oh, like what if he got jealous and like bit Corey, or if she's like playing with the toy, you know, all that. It's hard. I don't know what the answer is. Obviously, even the biting, I know it seems crazy, but most dogs will not bite out of aggression. So there's a reason for everything. Not that it's okay. Like, I don't know what I would do if he actually bit her. But
It's scary.
it's on us. For me, for at least for Andrew and I, we do like fully feel like that's our responsibility and to take it on. But yeah, Andrew, if you could take him out to walk.
I mean, recently you guys got a dog walker though,
We
right?
did.
Which is like, has been a game changer.
Yeah.
Man,
We
okay.
hired a college student to
If
do
I
it.
lived in this neighborhood,
Dude,
I would do it every day for you,
Please.
more than once a day.
yes, come move in with us.
Andrew said if he wins the lottery, that he'll buy this whole neighborhood and that he'll have friends move in here and live here for
Wow,
free.
what
So
a generous offer.
Yeah, he does a lot of things without consulting me.
you're like, what?
Yeah.
I never agreed to
Yeah,
this.
yeah. He tells people all the time, like, yeah, like strangers, like, yeah, she's 20 months, like, yeah, like we're thinking about having 3 or 4. I'm literally standing there, like, who the hell are you having these children with? Dog walker, yeah, game changer.
Game changer?
Yeah.
How many times do they?
He comes twice a week. He's a college kid.
Twice a week, not that much.
Not that much because Andrew works from home and he has time to take him out. So we shouldn't have to depend on our dog walker.
Yes.
But I do understand. He has back-to-back calls and, you're working full-time at home. But this guy, we had 2. This guy's new. He's a little bit stricter.
Oh.
My thing is like when he opens the door and like Leo's tail is like wagging, you gotta greet the dog.
Yeah.
He's just very to the point, all business, gets the leash, sit, does it, which is good because I think Leo needs that. But my mama heart's like
Be
not
nice to
like
him. Say hi.
where's the little booty scratch? Like, Leo like does his stretch, but like he doesn't say like big stretch.
You're like,
That's a must.
Yeah, it's a must.
Big
Yeah,
stretch.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Leo, he's living the life. He's never lived outside of a house above 74 degrees.
Wow.
AC, SoCal
Dang.
dog gets his paws wiped,
Wow.
his wee wee, his donko, everything.
Sounds like
Yeah.
life.
But I wanted to say, like, I feel like most bad owners, they always blame the dog. It's like, what is wrong with you? And like, why can't you be like this or like that? But good owners always realize that it's usually like they contribute to the behaviors of the dog, and like they take ownership and responsibility. And
Right.
Joann always says that, like, Leo is naughty. He has his moments. He's anxious, and he's such a shecky.
Yeah.
But she always takes full responsibility. It's my fault.
Yeah,
It's our
he's a
fault.
good dog.
Yeah,
He's
he's
a
a
good
great
dog.
dog.
Yeah.
So what explains my 17-year-old senile dog for like being
Happy?
very,
Happy?
I have a dog. He's 17 years old in November. And he's always been like a cat-like dog. Like no affection.
Yeah.
And now that he's 17, he's really like distant. So like there was no like real love. But now that you're saying that, just I feel bad because
Yeah.
then
No,
it is the
no.
owner's fault.
No. That's just temperament, I think. That's just
true.
personality. Yeah.
But I feel like you two, you're not that good of an owner.
It's true. I'm not.
It's both
Yeah,
ways.
yeah,
Both ways.
yeah.
Happy is also a very interesting dog, but on top of that, I feel like you never truly loved him up until now because you feel so bad for him.
You're right.
You know what I
You're
mean?
right.
I do feel the love that you have for him, but it's from like all the years you spent
Jeong.
with him, and also because he's like a haraboji now,
That's
and I
true.
feel like you're like, I will be good to you in your
Yes.
last years.
Yeah, you're
It's
right.
also different if you have a family dog, I think. It sounds like he's more of a family dog than like a dog that you have
True.
from like puppyhood.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Oh, 17.
He is. Sometimes I look over and I'm like, is he dead?
He's like just sleeping. But sometimes I have to watch.
He doesn't have teeth, so his tongue
Oh
is like,
no.
and he's like,
Seriously, when he's sleeping, he just looks like he's dead.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, if he goes
Probably,
like right
can't
now,
see, can't hear well.
he's like deaf. His eyes are foggy.
Yeah.
And the joke is always like, okay, 가셔야 되겠다. You know, like let's send him tonight. You know, but he's not going. He doesn't know. He's not ready. Yeah.
So sad.
And
oh my
he
God.
loves Maxie.
Yeah, his
right?
new girlfriend.
Yeah.
Your second dog.
Yeah, my sister adopted a dog.
Ooh.
And she's also a senior dog too, so it works out perfectly.
Yeah.
He loves, like, she added 10 more years to his life.
Yes. I feel like that's why he's been like healthy
Thriving,
and like
yeah.
vibrant
Yeah.
these
Oh,
days.
yeah.
Right?
Okay, it's time for our Can Chew!
Oh, Lord.
Okay, Joanne, we are excited to hear your Kangchu. What is your Kangchu? Could be short, could be stupid. Nothing
okay.
is stupid.
Yeah. Just
anything.
a quick one.
I guess it's not a big one, but Jess started going to Orange Theory.
Oh,
Yes.
amazing.
I feel like when on occasion when we post about it, people are like, "Oh, I really need to go" or whatever. I hate it, but every time you go, you feel good after.
Of course, yeah.
And not for anyone else,
Yeah.
but for yourself. And I think now as parents, like for our kids to stay healthy and active, and it's a way to bond with people. So if you want to go, there's plenty of people. I think now we have like almost like 10 people in our neighborhood, right? That go.
Wow.
We have an Orange Theory chat.
Thread.
Oh.
Yeah.
And we send each other like our stats and
Yes.
stuff.
That's fun.
To
Doing it
kinda-
all together.
We don't go together
Uh-huh,
always,
uh-huh.
but kind of like keeping each other in check
Yeah.
or encouraging one another. I loved having Jess out. It's been a while. I'm just kidding.
It has been a while.
her
Yeah.
out.
But yeah, if you want to come out, there's so many people who are willing to go with you. 5 a.m. is I don't know if Joy Tong goes to that one, but
early.
she goes to 6
She
a.m. a
goes
lot.
to 6 a.m. workout.
She's a beast.
beast.
I think
Wow.
she's a Viking.
She is,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've never seen a girl like her. She's so like petite.
Yeah.
Row like that. Like the watts on her row are insane. Like
Crazy.
It's
And
crazy.
she doesn't even break a sweat. She's just like
Yes.
chilling.
Yes.
Damn.
There's
Yeah.
another mom, Michelle. She's tiny,
Uh-huh.
but like I can't even explain it. Like I don't know.
love that though.
Yeah, I don't know where they get the energy from,
They're
but
built
it's
different.
nice.
I love that the moms are like working on their health, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's hard. We go through seasons,
of
with
course.
things going on in our family, not being able to make it out. But
Joann, I feel like you've been pretty consistent with it though, right?
in the summer, because
Yeah.
we were on summer schedule. Yeah, the good days are gone.
It'll come back.
Yeah.
We're waiting.
schedule.
We're already. It's like literally been one
One
week,
weekend.
and we're like, when is winter break?
Yes, we're waiting. Yes, but that's my gang.
Nice.
Yeah, we love it. Thank you for your
We
Kangchu.
love it, Joann.
I just want to point out at this moment, though, if you take a look at Jess's foot, she's got a morikarak. just dingling.
How did you see that?
How do you not feel that?
Did you enjoy our episode?
Did you
Because
have
we
fun?
sure did.
Yeah, we sure did.
We were just saying like Joanne's such a natural. She's so eloquent. She has so many fun stories. And I will say I feel like she's one of our guests who has been like the most, I feel like, not nervous.
Yeah.
It's just like it felt like we were just talking.
Very natural.
So if you guys tune in to It's Janice's channel and see our video, I feel like that'll give you more context. It'll be a
Yes.
lot more fun. But also, if you just want to hear the audio and just listen to us chat it up, you can check out Spotify, Apple. We're on there. Give us a like. Give us a rating, and we'd really appreciate it. But thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys
Next time.
next time.
Bye.